Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to another episode of B is for Build. In this episode, we got the G35 that I crashed in the last episode into the shop, and we're gonna go ahead and break it down, see what's wrong with it, see if we can fix it, and if we can, we're gonna go ahead and fix it all in this episode. I bet it's very fixable. I think we'll get it done. Stay tuned. First thing you might notice is the shop's looking a little bit different. We're in the process of kind of tearing down those black sheeting on the walls because they weren't holding up too well and trying to figure out some shelving and stuff like that for better storage. So we're in the middle of that process. Just, don't mind it. And yeah, today's a work day, so let's focus on that. So the damage seems that the wheel made impact with the wall. Definitely tweaked out a control arm and pushed that wheel and tire back into the frame there. That's the same problem that we had on the other side. And then looking in the front here, it looks like our rammer bar got jammed up underneath our bumper, which is pushing our bumper and our skid plate down a little bit, our rock guard. And then with this popped open, I could see that I broke only one of the tabs on the headlight is what it looks like to me. Not nearly as bad as the last wreck it was in that was like completely sheared off this section of it. So I think we're in okay standings. The fiberglass, this is just water. The fiberglass front core support's all still in one piece and everything else like that. The tower for the wheel doesn't look like it has any bends or crazy torques in it or anything like that. It looks like stock from factory. Yep. So I'm guessing it is the lower control arm that we had to replace on this side. Luckily, I know how to do that. So let's go ahead and get this thing up on the quick jacks. We'll lift it up and get underneath and see what we can see. All right, well, I'm just like the luckiest guy ever because this is not really that big of an issue. That lower control arm is bent. It's the same one that was bent on the other side. It's a super fast fix. I can do it in probably less than 15 minutes. So it's just a process of going and ordering another one of those and we'll be back in business. I'm gonna head down to the auto parts store now and see if they have one in stock. If not, I'll next day order one. All right, it took a couple hours, but we got a new lower control arm. Let me show you how we're gonna go ahead and install it. Jumping under the car, you got this cross member right here. Go ahead and take the bolt top from there, and across the way. Same on the other side. That'll drop that cross member down, and then the control arm, you'll see it right back here. And there's a nut that holds it into the knuckle over on this side, and then it sits on a bolt over on that side. Drop both of those out, you'll get that out, and then you put the cross member back up. It's a very, very easily swapped out and replaced part. Okay, so here you can see the difference between the old versus the new, and kind of where these things tend to bend out is right there. I'm really glad I did though, because it's a nice little modular part. You just pop it off, put the new one back in. That was about 10-12 minutes or something to get this cross member off and get the bad piece off. So we'll go ahead and reinstall the new piece and we should be sitting pretty good. There we go, got the new control arm on there and the wheel looks straight. We'll have to drive it to see if the alignment's still good and it drives nicely, but that is not gonna be possible until we finish this thing. So the rammer bar seemed to break right about here and right about here and bend itself in down here, which is holding the bumper kind of in a really bad spot. So I'm gonna figure out a way to kind of bend this back and get it out of the way and maybe throw some more, well, definitely throw some more welds on there, tidy everything up in this corner here so this doesn't drag, and get it back into better driving condition. Got that front rammer bar all fixed up. What I did was I just went ahead and removed that section of bar and went out back and found some more of the same stuff that we started with from the scrap pile and cut a nice section out of it. That way we could kind of just start over. Flatten the plate that was against the impact bar right there, and went ahead and installed it all. And the bumper kind of came back, flexed back to shape. It's nice, straight, everything's looking pretty good. I don't know if there was another section connected to this that went back more, but that's gonna be, I think there was. Look, so over there it went that way and then it goes back to the wheel, and then over here it just kind of doesn't. Oh, well that will not do. That means I left a section of tubing in the highway there. Yeah, okay. I didn't know about that. Luckily I got some extra tubing right there. Let's go ahead and cut another piece out and weld it on there and make it match the other side. Okay, I got that last little piece welded on there. I managed to make a nice little extra apocalyptic mark while I was doing it. So that's it. That's a wrap. It's time to get this car off the lift and see how it drives. That light is always so bright at night. But anyways, just made it back home. The car drives great. Miraculously, I have no idea how, but it still drives straight on the highway. So that's good. Tomorrow we'll wake up, take it down to Copart and get it on that auction block. All right, much better day outside. Let's see if we can sell this car this time without crashing it on the way. Yeah. All right, off to sell the car at Copart. So we're doing this auction in partnership with Copart. I thought it would be a pretty fun way to do it. Like, we got the car at Copart, so let's sell it back to the general public at Copart. When you're bidding on a car at Copart, different states have different restrictions. Some states you have to have a bidder's license. My state, Oregon, you don't. So any of you guys watching should be able to go ahead and jump on, register for Copart, and bid on this car sale, which is I thought that'd be pretty cool. I'll make another. I'm gonna make another like mention to it or something in another episode coming up when the car's actually going up for auction. We're just dropping it off. It's gonna take like a week or two, probably like a week to process, and then we'll put it on a 2-week waiting period before it goes up on the auction block the day of the sale. As long as timing works out with the guys at Copart and stuff like that. So I'm pretty excited. This is a pretty cool little partnership sale. I mean, it's gonna be a good thing. So about this car, I want to give you guys kind of the rundown. I don't hide anything on the channel, so everything that we've kind of done to the car and the way it's acted and the breakdowns and whatnot have all been shown on the channel. If you're really interested in bidding about the car and kind of knowing the evolution of the car, where it came from, how it was treated and stuff like that, watch the G35 playlist, and that's the definition of it. I didn't drive it outside of what you saw on the show. This is kind of a business car. This has only been shown, when it's been used on film. Let me put it that way. Other than a couple like runs to the auto parts store. The Copart auction will have like the statistics, like, you know, miles, 103,000 miles. I think I put about 3,000 miles on this car. We drove round trip, it looks like, yeah, 2,900 miles. We went down to California, through the desert in California, San Diego, and back, and drifting and all sorts of fun stuff like that. Questions I get like a lot, so a lot of people have emailed me saying they want to buy the car. The Copart auction is going to be the way to buy the car. What should you know about the car? I mean, it's a good car. I think it'd be a great drift project. It's got 2 brand new front lower control arms due to crashes. But I think it'd be a great like a drift missile project or something like that. Or I mean, you could continue to apocalypsify this car. But keep in mind, you know, the airbags are not working, so that's a safety risk that you're going to have on your own. Also, the stability, the traction control does not work, as I mentioned in another episode. That will kind of turn off automatically after a few miles. Probably needs new tires at this point. Actually, definitely needs new tires at this point. What else? You could daily it. This window is annoying when you roll it all the way up. It goes back down to there, and you have to open this door from the outside. you might be able to fix those things. I put about an hour into trying to fix the door and I wasn't able to fix it, so, but you might be able to fix that. There's no headrest behind me. I cut that off to put a doll head in the car. Don't know why. What else? As far as the mechanics of it, the steering wheel has a tilt to it, but it actually drives straight. So that's a little bit strange. It's like the steering wheel is misaligned, but once you like straighten out the car, you can let your hands off the wheel and you can drive around. It doesn't pull from one side to another, so that's nice. Clutch feels great. Again, it's a 100,000 mile car, so you wouldn't expect it to feel bad, really. It feels nice and strong, and obviously the engine pulls really hard. I haven't noticed any oil leaks. There's no smoking coming from the engine. There's no more overheating problems. We had some overheating problems. That's because I didn't have an overflow tank. This car really needs an overflow tank. I threw one of those on there. I've never had problems since. Even driving it in like really, really hot California weather and drifting it on track, we didn't have any overheating problems, which is pretty surprising. This car's got a kind of cool history. We obviously featured on the channel here, but other people have driven it, like Evan Shanks, TJ Hunt, Matt Fareoh. There's a Matt Fareoh smoking tire one take on this vehicle, which I think that's pretty damn cool. What else? I'm gonna keep saying like what else and then cut to. Oh, another big thing is this car does have the sport package, meaning it does have the really good Brembo brakes up front. The brakes are amazing in this car. I feel like they're better than the Evora, but my Evora ones might be there might be something wrong with them. So that is a huge plus to that, to this package. I think that those brakes are worth almost $1,000. So please let that raise the value of this car. I bought this car for, I think I got it for $1,200, and obviously put a good amount of time and effort and chaos into it. I'm hoping to get around 2,000 out of it, but I'm not going to be surprised if it goes a little bit higher than that. I'll be really surprised if it goes a lot higher than that, but who knows? If it were up to me and I didn't have another drift car in the works, this would be my drift missile. You guys saw how easy it was to repair a completely destroyed lower control arm and the bash bar and just have it back up and running in one day. All right, I think that's about it. Hopefully I answered any of your guys' questions. We're on our way down to Copart now to do the drop-off. If I didn't answer any of you guys' questions and you're interested in bidding at on this car and you want to know more about it, just shoot me an email, Chris@BSforBuild. You can reach me there. I'll respond to you about any questions about the car. And if you're local, come down to the yard and check out the car before you bid on it. I always think it's best to see cars in person before you bid on them. So come on down to the yard. It's going to be in the North Portland yard. And come take a look at it, turn it on, listen to it roar, and all that goodness before you bid on it. But if you can't, like I said, if you're a remote bidder bidding from another state, just shoot me an email and I'll answer any questions. Honestly, I want everybody to be as informed as possible. That's it. We're getting pretty close. I just ran a red light, and we will. God damn, my driving record's not been great recently. This giant semi truck in front of me blocked the turn signal, so I couldn't see that the turn signal went red. Almost down to the Copart yard now, where we're gonna go ahead and drop this baby off. All right, before I sell this, I gotta snag a couple photos for Copart's marketing team. Let's see how I can do. I'm terrible at photographing cars, but I'll do my best. All right, snapped up a couple good photos. I think I actually did okay on that time. And now I'm gonna head up to the front desk and see what's involved in selling a car. All right, well that was super easy. Just fill out the paperwork, give them the keys, and then I get this, and I'm gonna put it right back where it came from. So that's the auction number for the car. All right, I got all my stuff out of it, got my sticker on there. I'm out of here. This car is now in the hands of Copart, and then whoever decides to buy it. Bye. All right, and after all that, we're back in the shop, continuing the remodel. People seemed a little bit interested in this the last time we were working on it, so I just want to show you guys around a little bit of progress. We'll do like a bit of a walk around. Still very much in the middle, but we're cleaning up this wall. This was the pile of parts pile, and we're working on that. It's getting a little bit better. Peep the new $900 Aston Martin headlight. We got this wall kind of set up, and we're gonna keep stacking parts and different things on this wall. Hopefully just trying to, in the end, maybe like cover a large section of all this with parts. We got our lighting all set up still to point the same direction, so the working area for the car is gonna be a little bit more like this. We're babysitting a dog. Right now we're working on this wall, which was always covered in a black sheet. Again, taking off the black sheets, just leaving the windows blacked out. And we're gonna try and fix up this area today. Alright, we managed to kind of clean up another wall, hang some cool stuff on the wall, added a television, which I'm cool about. We'll be featuring some prominent Twitch streamers on there. Copyrighted content? No, I'm not sure. It'll only ever be in time-lapse mode, so I don't know if anybody's really going to throw a fit, but I don't know. I think it looks cool. That's about it, guys. Thanks so much for watching this episode. The G35 is now at the auction yard, so it'll go up, and I'll get a link to it as soon as I can. I'll put it in the link in the description, but I'm also going to make another video kind of reminding people when it's going up for sale and other stuff when we know more. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you like Bees for Build, you want to help out and support, head over to beesforbuild.com, scroll down to the shop, picking up any of the merch there. All goes directly into supporting the builds. In the next episode you're going to see, the next build is the Aston Martin. If you want to find us in more places, we are on Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, Bees for Build on almost every social media outlet. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. Peace! Come on.